Now on KGW News, it's heart-stopping video for a parent to see. A 5-year-old discovers a loaded gun in the bushes by his house.
You begin to think he could have accidentally harmed someone else.
Plus, Portland's police union is forced to relocate after being repeatedly hit with graffiti and fires from protest crowds. But first, a Gresham College student murdered more than 40 years ago.
After that long, you just don't think it's going to happen.
Finally, tonight, closure for her family, thanks to DNA and detectives who wouldn't give up. Thanks for joining us for KGW News at 11. I'm Laurel Porter. That decades-old murder was Gresham's oldest cold case on the books. Today, 40 years after a man allegedly murdered a teenager on the Mount Hood Community College campus, he finally appeared in court on the charges. Mike Benner shows us how the case was solved.
Next matter, page 17, line.
Robert Plimpton of Troutdale in court Wednesday to face murder, rape, and sex abuse charges. This virtual hearing is long overdue, to say the least.
Just really happy that there's some closure. I wish it could have happened when my folks were alive, and that would have been, wonderful.
As Susan Prater just alluded to, a lot has happened in the more than 4 decades since her sister, Barbara Mae Tucker, was killed at the young age of 19.
She had a mind of her own. She was going to go places. I mean, she was planning to get a degree in business at the college.
Barbara was last seen on January 15th, 1980. Witnesses say she was running onto Northeast Kane from the woods on the west side of the Mount Hood Community College campus, where she went to school. Witnesses remember seeing her either waving at somebody or trying to get people's attention, but nobody stopped. Another witness saw a man come out of those same woods and lead Barbara back to campus. Her body was found the next day. She had been sexually assaulted and beaten to death.
The community was gripped in fear as to who was the suspect, what happened, why. A lot of unknown questions. Gresham, for all intents and purposes, was a quiet town.
Detective Aaron Turnage of the Gresham Police Department took on the cold case homicide in 2015 after years of police work yielded no suspect. Turnage promised Barbara's family he'd track down the killer.
Every victim, especially dead victims, deceased victims, murder victims, need a voice.
Turnage says evidence from the crime scene, coupled with modern advances in DNA technology and DNA ancestry databases, along with research and analysis by Parabon Nanolabs, led to a DNA profile match.
We executed a traffic stop. Mr. Plimpton was taken into custody of that incident. He was polite. He was cooperative with law enforcement.
That was Tuesday morning.
The case is especially assigned.
This was Wednesday afternoon. A husband and father in court for allegedly killing a teen girl 41 years ago.
He got to live so much of his life after that. I feel sorry for any family he might have, but he took somebody from us.
In Portland.
So,
Mike Benner for KGW News.
A neighbor's surveillance camera caught the moment that sent a Southeast Portland family reeling. Their 5-year-old son found a loaded gun near their home and picked it up. Catherine Cook has the family story and shows us how they're using it to help other kids.
As most kids do when it's sunny, 5-year-old Sam Rodenbush spent Friday afternoon playing outside his Southeast Portland home. Here he is caught on a neighbor's security camera, barefoot and carefree, right before the unthinkable happened.
My husband yells, "Sam has a gun." He found a gun. And I said, "Excuse me, what?" And he said, "Sam just found a gun in the bushes."
Here's the moment Sam brought the gun back, a loaded .38 with the safety off.
He came back saying, "I found a gun. I found a gun in the bushes. I want to shoot you with this gun. Can I shoot you with it?"
Mom, Kira Rodenbush, said no and instructed Sam to set the gun down. Sam's dad called police.
And when the officer arrived, he said, "This terrifies me. I'm the father of a 2-year-old. I can't believe something like this can happen."
After the initial shock wore off, Kira says thoughts of what could have happened took over.
Aside from his physical bodily harm, the fact that he could potentially have hurt someone else, the idea that my husband could have been injured, maimed, or killed by our 5-year-old son completely inadvertently and not through any fault of our own.
Kira shared what happened with Sam's preschool teachers. He and his classmates learned how to call 911 and what to do if they find something dangerous, like a gun. It's the best Kira could do with something that never should have happened.
To the person who would have just tossed a loaded weapon onto a tree-lined street full of toys, I don't know what you say to that person.
Catherine Cook, KGW News.
New tonight, Portland's police union announced it is leaving its North Portland building after being the ongoing target of vandalism and arson. The union says it hopes the move gives the neighborhood some peace. The Portland Police Association headquarters on North Lombard has been the site of several protests calling for the abolition of police. On several occasions, the building has been lit on fire. In the most recent case, the PPA says a neighbor stood on the sidewalk with a garden hose trying to put the flames out before firefighters got there. Neighbors have also pitched in to help paint over vulgar graffiti on the walls. The union says it left the building to avoid further risk to the community. The Lombard building will be repaired, then sold. The PPA is not disclosing the location of its new office. Portland police are investigating vandalism of a statue on Mount Tabor. Videos and photos show a woman spray painting the bust of York. York was enslaved by William Clark and was part of the Lewis and Clark expedition. Portland Parks and Rec says crews are working on removing the paint. The bust mysteriously appeared on Mount Tabor in February in place of the Harvey Scott statue, which itself was vandalized and toppled. Crews have started the work to clean up graffiti on Portland freeways. We first told you about this project here last night at 11, and today we got a look at the work being done. As the amount of graffiti on overpasses and other structures increased, ODOT just really couldn't keep up with all the removal, so the state hired a contractor to help. They'll be working along I-5, I-405, and I-205, painting over graffiti that's visible from the interstate. There's one big problem, though.
Unfortunately, one of the things that we're up against is a lot of areas that we do cover within 24 to 48 hours, it's been impacted.
Well, that's pretty frustrating. ODOT wasn't sure if the crews would have time to get to I-84, but they told us today they should be able to. Portland's mayor is asking you to help clean up the city. The city is partnering with Solve to host a trash cleanup effort at the end of this month. Pick It Up Portland will be June 25th and 26th. It will include 20 different events in neighborhoods all across the city. Solve organizes trash pickup events regularly, like the one hosted by KGW's The Story team last month. Solve provides the supplies and offers online sign-up for volunteers. Mayor Wheeler is encouraging everyone to get involved to help the city recover as more events return and businesses reopen from pandemic restrictions. 9 months after the Beachy Creek wildfire burned through Visaniam Canyon, many trails in the area are still closed. Tonight on The Story, our cameras got a look inside the areas too dangerous to reopen. Here's Dan Haggerty.
All this week on The Story, we're taking a look at the outlook for the wildfire season and looking back at the impact of last year's fires. A lot of the trails, for instance, in the Santiam State Forest are still right now off limits. You might be thinking wow, they still haven't cleared out all of those burned trees yet. Well, it's not just the trees that could be dangerous, but also the ground. Also, the flames destroyed steps and railings on parts of the trails. It burned out roots, creating holes underneath those trails. And the layer of dirt usually sitting on top of the trails burned off, leaving a lot of rocks. Our Christine Pitawanich got a tour of the damage and found out why fixing these areas is such a challenge.
Yeah, we don't have a budget for rebuilding, restoration after wildfire. We don't receive general fund from the legislature for really any component of managing state forests, and one of those is recreation.
That's why the Tillamook Forest Heritage Trust, a nonprofit, started a wildfire restoration fund. It will help clean up and reimagine trails in the Santiam State Forest. Now, if you want to donate, you can do that. Go to tillamooktrust.org. Tomorrow on The Story at 6 o'clock, we'll be revisiting the town of Detroit, also badly damaged in the fires, and see how businesses are starting to reopen there. You can catch up on all of our wildfire coverage right now on the KGW YouTube channel.
There are new details tonight about a Southeast Portland shooting that left 4 people dead. According to the Oregonian, it was a drug deal gone bad. 3 men flew in from Texas to buy marijuana. Two brothers from Portland are among the 4 people who died. One of the men from Texas got away. The Oregonian reports there was a gunfight and police found tubs of pot inside the house. The shooting happened Sunday night on Southeast Boise Street between Cesar Chavez Boulevard and Southeast 42nd. This was one of 5 homicides in nearly 24 hours, and it brought the total to 43 homicides in Portland already this year. There were 55 homicides during all of 2020.